What's up, everyone? Bran here from Bloody Breakdown, and today I wanted to do something a little bit different. It's not going to be your typical video of me heavily edited coming to you in front of a massive horror collection with something scripted out. More or less, this time I just wanted to talk to you guys because it is the most wonderful time of the year is approaching. We're just a couple of days away from the month of October, from the month of Halloween. So, as you can see here on the screen, I wanted to talk about some horror movies coming this October of 2019. Now, I don't know about you guys, I'm fairly certain that I'd be correct in making this assumption, but during the spooky month, it's time to watch as many horror movies as humanly possible. That's what I do. If you're here on this channel, I assume that's what you do as well. But I will say, um, it's going to be a good year to rehash a lot of your favorites, a lot of the classics, because there's some stuff coming in October, but it's nowhere near as plentiful as it normally is. It's kind of a weak year, and that's what really made me want to do this video, because there's not much out there. Let's talk about what is going to be out there. Let's not focus on the negative. Let's focus on the fact that we have something. Let's focus on the positives. And like I said, if none of this stuff we're going to go over today seems interesting to you, you've always got the classics, you know? You've always got Netflix, you've always got Shudder, where you'd be able to check out some of your favorites. If you're me or someone like me, you've probably got a collection to rely on as well. But this is the stuff that's coming out just in the month of October of 2019. So let's go ahead and jump right in here. First up, we have Wrinkles the Clown. So, if you didn't get your fill of clown horror at It Chapter 2, because I know there were some disappointed people, here's something you can definitely check out. So, Wrinkles the Clown is going to be hitting select theaters October the 4th. And I am doing this in sequential order of how the month is panning out. So October 4th in select theaters, we've got Wrinkles the Clown. And it's directed by Michael Beach Nichols. And I've got a short summary about this film. It goes, in Florida, parents can hire Wrinkles the Clown to scare their misbehaving children. So, yeah, kind of a short little synopsis there. I haven't researched this one enough to know for sure, but this one's got a Blair Witch kind of feel to it, where they're saying it's based on a true story and it's documentary style. So yeah, it's definitely something to check out. Now, I have toyed with the idea of playing the trailers in this, but I decided against it because I would probably get hit with like 6 or 7 copyright notices. So I think what I'm going to do instead is link the trailers down below if you guys want to go check them out. That's definitely something to do, but I am not willing to take the 5 or 6, the onslaught of copyright notices for this. So we're going to skip the trailers. But like I say, it's a documentary style film, supposedly based in some truth. Whether or not there's actually a Wrinkles the Clown that you can pay to come scare your kids, I'm not sure. But it does sound for a pretty interesting horror documentary. So yeah, definitely check that out. Like I said, that is going to be October the 4th in select theaters. So up next, this is one that I'm very interested in seeing. Stephen King's In the Tall Grass. And this one's also going to be coming out on October the 4th. However, this one's going to be on Netflix. So, maybe you're not going to be in one of those, quote, select theaters for Wrinkles the Clown. I'm still recovering from not being near a Fathom theater, so I couldn't see Three from Hell. Heard some pretty bad reviews, but I'm going to reserve judgment. Now, the thing about Netflix is you don't even have to have an account, because I'm pretty sure you know someone who has an account, and you can get those logins. Am I right? So, In the Tall Grass, this is another Stephen King and Joe Hill project. It's directed by Vincenzo Natali. I hope I'm not massacring that too awfully bad. and it looks like it stars Patrick Wilson and Laisla de Oliveira. Once again, if your name isn't slightly American, then I'm a complete buffoon when it comes to the pronunciation. So, In the Tall Grass, October 4th on Netflix. Um, the synopsis says a brother and sister enter a field of tall grass to rescue a boy, but they soon realize they cannot escape and something evil lurks in the grass. So, like I said, I'll be linking the trailer down below for this one as well. It's got a very heavy Children of the Corn feel. Um, it's even got a bit of a Blair Witch feel when they get in there in the grass, and it looks as if, time is on a completely different wavelength, so to speak, I guess. Time is its own thing in the tall grass. So it, plays mind tricks, mind games with you. It looks very interesting. Um, and I'm definitely going to be checking it out on my Netflix account that I totally pay for myself and nobody else, right? So yeah, that's October 4th also on Netflix. In the Tall Grass, another Stephen King project on Netflix. I enjoyed Gerald's Game, so I think this one's going to be pretty good too. I'm definitely going to check it out. All right, so up next, this one's a big one coming out in the month of October. Maybe the biggest. It is comedy horror, but most horror fans I know really appreciate this film. I'm talking about Zombieland Double Tap, the highly anticipated sequel to Zombieland. We've got the entire cast back together: Emma Stone, Abigail Breslin, Woody Harrelson, Jesse Eisenberg. We've got some new people in the cast as well. This is going to be in theaters, not select theaters like Wrinkles, all over the place. Big, huge movie here. Opening up October the 18th. Directed by Ruben Fleischer. And the synopsis says Columbus, Tallahassee, Wichita, and Little Rock move to the American heartland as they face off against evolved zombies, fellow survivors, and the growing pains of the snarky makeshift family. I'm very interested to see what evolved zombies are. If we're going by the real world time here, it's been over 10 years since the zombie apocalypse broke out in Zombieland. Now, I don't know if that's the case, but you would think with the term evolved zombies that just may be the case. Who knows? It could be a little longer. Especially with like Abigail Breslin, there's no way you can say that this is a direct follow up like soon after, because she has definitely grown up quite a bit. So yeah, I know. Like I say, it's comedy horror. Some people aren't fans. I personally think a lot of horror is comedy, whether it's intentional or not. Now, that's not to say all of it is, but yeah, I loved Zombieland. I'm a huge fan of specifically the horror comedy that involves zombies like Shaun of the Dead and Zombieland. So I'm definitely going to be checking this one out in theaters, and I think you should too. October the 18th, in theaters nationwide, Zombieland Double Tap. All right, so up next, we've got, speaking of comedy horror, this one is definitely intentionally funny. It looks to me, Killer Sofa, by the way, in case you can't read that. Yes, it looks cheesy. Yes, it looks corny. And it looks glorious. Just looking at the trailer, which I'll have linked below, and looking at this poster here, it definitely puts me in mind of like Rubber, for those of you who remember that one. So Killer Sofa is going to be released sometime in October. As far as the date, it is unspecified at the making of this video. It's going to be released on demand and DVD. Now, I didn't see anything about Blu-ray, so I guess it's going to be DVD only. And directed by Bernardo Ryu, and stars Jed Brophy and Sarah Munn. And the synopsis is as follows. Francesca always attracted weirdos. When one of her stalkers is found dead, she looks for comfort from her best friend, Maxie. Meanwhile, Maxie's grandfather, Jack, he's a disgraced rabbi, rather, Jack is, partner to try to find out where the recliner has been delivered while exploring Okay, I'm just going to be honest with you guys. I completely skipped an entire line of that while I was massacring this. So we're going to start from the top here. Now, I told you, no editing in this one. Okay, take two, and let's fucking go. Francesca always attracted weirdos. When one of her stalkers is found dead, she looks for comfort from her best friend Maxie. Meanwhile, Maxie's grandfather Jack, a disgraced rabbi, comes across a reclining chair containing a dybbuk inside. Jack and his voodoo sorceress partner try to find where the recliner has been delivered while exploring Jack's newfound gift for communicating with the other world. Meanwhile, the reclining chair becomes enchanted by Francesca and starts committing crimes of passion. If that doesn't sound just butt fuckingly insane to you guys, I don't know what does. And I mean that in absolutely the best way. Not much to say here. You get what you see. It's Killer Sofa, ladies and gentlemen. Sometime in October, date unspecified at the making of this video. It's going to be on demand and on DVD. Check it out. Maybe you'll get a thrill. You'll probably definitely get a laugh. So yeah, Killer Sofa. So up next we have a sequel, another sequel here to The Gallows. This is The Gallows Act 2. This wasn't a very popular film, the original. Some people enjoyed it. I did hear a lot of people that didn't exactly like it. I kind of fall into the category of, I mean, I've definitely seen worse, but I've definitely seen better. So let's talk about The Gallows Act 2, because this is going to be hitting theaters and on demand October 25th. Directed by Chris Lofting and Travis Clough. Stars Emma Horvath and Chris Milligan. So the synopsis is, after aspiring actress Anna Rue transfers to a prestigious new school, her desires are twisted after participating in a viral challenge capable of conjuring a malevolent spirit. So yeah, this original film was the one that started that whole Charlie Charlie thing on online. So I guess they're going to capitalize on that again in this film. It's a Lionsgate movie. The first one wasn't exactly, when you're seeing stuff like Killer Sofa, you see kind of some of the cheapest stuff out there. So this one, well, it's definitely not a blockbuster. It is on the higher end than Killer Sofa as far as the budget goes. I'll check it out. I'll be honest with you. I do own the first film. Like I said, it's neither here nor there for me. It's not fantastic. It's not horrible. It's just kind of somewhere in the middle. But I am interested to see where they go with this, considering even if the film wasn't a huge success, it did kind of spawn some internet fame, I guess. So I'm gonna definitely check it out, see where they go. I don't think anyone from the original cast is returning. I don't recall the ending to that film very well, but I think they're all dead at this point. So yeah, there you go. The Gallows Act 2, October 25th, just a few days before Halloween. It's going to be in theaters and on demand. Check it out. And we have one more, actually, that I wanted to discuss, and that is Countdown. So I found out about this one because I'm a big Tom Segura fan, the comedian, and he is in this film. It's kind of how I found out about it. I follow him and what he's up to. So Countdown's going to be released in theaters nationwide, also on October 25th. Directed by Justin Deck and stars Elizabeth Lail, and of course, it's got a part in there where, like I mentioned, comedian Tom Segura. And if you haven't checked out Tom Segura's stand-up, what are you doing with your life? Go check it out. It's hilarious. So anyway, I know that's a bit of an aside, but the synopsis reads, when a nurse downloads an app that claims to predict the moment a person will die, it tells her she only has 3 days to live. With the clock ticking, a figure haunting her, she must find a way to save her life before time runs out. So, I'm getting a feel from a film that isn't even a horror film whenever I'm listening to that, and it's In Time. It's like a sci-fi drama kind of thing with Justin Timberlake. Pretty decent flick. You know, it's definitely, and I believe this is. I mean, I'm not 100% sure, but it kind of comes off as like a PG-13 kind of horror film. Definitely more modern, probably not quite as gory. Maybe I'm wrong about that. I haven't, like I said, I haven't seen the movie yet. It's not out yet, but it does look at least intriguing. I'll give it that. It's something that I'm gonna check out. And once again, it's just a few days before Halloween, so there you go, guys. There's 6 different films coming out in the month of October. Wrinkles the Clown, In the Tall Grass, Zombieland Double Tap, Killer Sofa, The Gallows Act 2, and Countdown. So there it is. That's what's going to be going down in the month of October. And like I said at the top of this video, I know, guys, I know. It's not a lot. It's definitely not, big blockbuster type stuff. I know next year, the next 2 years, we have Halloween films coming out in October. Of course, Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends. We were going to get a Saw film next October, but I believe that's now been moved up. So, yeah, not a whole lot going on this October, unfortunately. But I have to reiterate this once again. Fear not, ladies and gents. Fear not, horror fans. Because there's a few things floating around out this way this October. And never forget, the classics will never let you down. And they will never fail you. So, with that said, this is Brandon from Bloody Breakdown. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe and ring that notification bell if you never want to miss me go live or upload. Definitely leave a comment letting me know what you all think about this October's offerings as far as horror cinema. And, of course, check the description section below with links to follow me on social media or even support my work on Patreon. So, with that said, I'm Brandon from Bloody Breakdown, and we'll catch you all next time.